again, squatties. Welcome back once again to the mildly Inept Mage Adventures. As always, I am D. Starting here on the main screen because a couple of changes. We've had some patches since the last time. First off, they have apparently done away with the class unlock quests, which, frankly, it's good because one of them was just a pain in the ass. Now we're kind of back to the original daily quest system where it's, for example, mine are 300 damage with stone, 400 damage on the ground, and finish 5 matches in the top 15. That's pretty good. They've also rearranged the inventory a little bit, so you have your avatar, which is your character, your card, which is up here, your badge, I don't have any, your title, I could use the alpha test, but I'm not going to. Emote and Triumph are, Emote is, you have two, Flex and One Hand Wave, and then Triumph, you only have the One Hand Wave at the moment. Classes also seem to have taken a big change, because you'll notice there's only 6 of them now. There's the Conduit, Frostborn, Pyromancer, Toxicologist, Tempest, and Stone Shaper. They also give a little bit more of an info, like Stone Shaper is Armored Mid-Range Brawler, Pyromancer is Well-Balanced Area Control, High-Flying Mobility. So they've actually changed up this a lot. So the classes are also quite different. We'll have to see how that works out in-game. The other thing they've changed is this, the match settings. You now have the tutorial, practice, solo, and duo queues. There is no squad in the game at the moment, so I'll probably have to do a duo queue. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go back to solo for a bit. Let's see if I can find a game. If this takes too long, I'll just leave this as a, hey, this is an update video. Huh. Okay, so the class you pick there at the start also gives you a free basic gauntlet. So for example, I start with a common lightning gauntlet. That's an interesting choice. Also, you can now use your mana to float up a little bit. Instead of doing a double jump. Although you can also just... Actually, the double jump is kind of much weaker now, but... You also now have you also now have rapid fire casting. So for example, I'm not clicking there. So now it looks like you have the ability to not have to, you don't have to click constantly. Which is an interesting change. Now effectively everything is an automatic, just with different rates of fire. So this will actually probably just be, depending on how long this takes, we'll probably just end up turning this into an explorative of the new features. Or as many of the new features as I can. The fact that you can actually start with a basic gauntlet of your choice is an interesting idea. Question. Okay, yes. Good, spells do still combine. I wonder. 6. So you can actually cast 6 earth waves in a row. I wonder how this is going to work with with ice, because... Yeah, ice you can't... Ice you still cannot rapid fire on. Alright, so that fell there. Fire also now leaves patches even without the talent. Oh, it's because there aren't any talents, or there's not... Talents work a little differently now. You'll, for example, normally you'd hit B to bring up the talent menu. That's gone. So now the class you pick at the start is the 6 elemental classes. That's what you have. That's your class for the game. That's an interesting new mechanic. That's going to change up the meta in this game a lot. I'm wondering though, because since I accidentally ended up picking lightning, that's going to be an interesting thing to deal with. One moment. I just had a phone call I had to take real quick. So the new double jump is an interesting mechanic. The rapid fire is also interesting, especially with the addition of the fact that fireballs now just leave burning patches anywhere they land, unless it's on the wall. So any surface that gets hit with a fireball. So it's actually... So because you start with the basic gauntlet of your chosen type. Huh. We'll see if I get a game. Probably not, considering we had 4 and now we're down to 3. This is interesting. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head out to the main menu real quick, and I'm gonna see what the practice mode is. If it's like the old practice mode. Because there's something I want to test. Set practice. Alright, let's go with Stone Shaper. Oh wow. Okay, actually let's run through this. So Conduit, which starts you off with a basic lightning on, gives you potential energy. You can hold to continue casting lightning bolts, so you don't have to keep doing you don't get the 3-round burst, you have the rapid fire. Frostborn, Frozen Alacrity. Ice Lance leaves the ice trail, so you saw that actually. Is that shooting off the ice lance, the basic attack, doesn't cause the ice trail anymore. Pyromancer just actually more than doubles the fireball explosion radius. The toxic puddles now are left behind if you have the toxicologist ability. You can only do the wind jump if you have Tempest. And then Stone Shaper is kind of insane, because every time you cast Shockwave, you get +5 armor. So let's try this real quick. I was going to use Stone Shaper anyway, but the new passives are absurd. Let's make sure this works. Yep. Now what I wanted to test. Alright, so, okay, that actually tells me exactly what I needed to know. Also, apparently there's charges to the Boulder Fall now. Alright, so that's an interesting new mechanic. See how much damage this does. Not entirely certain, but it took out a lot of my armor. So yeah. So does that mean you either can't or you can't cast Shockwave in midair before you get to Bedrock, or is that... This is an interesting new patch. I'm actually going to get a upgraded stone gauntlet, because that's actually what I was testing. The big test I was making here was, does getting levels do anything beyond just giving you new skills? I was thinking, it's like, since they give you the starting gauntlet, do they also... Does the gauntlet level up if you do? It does not, so it's good to know. See if there's any changes to the mana vaults. So far, no. Okay, that's definitely different. It gave me a legendary fire gauntlet right off the bat. Trying to see if there's a way to hit somebody with this in a way that... Okay. Well, there's not going to be a match today just because I've found out a lot of interesting stuff. Sorry if that's a little bit of a letdown, but if you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like on the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say, and you want to keep up with me and never my current series, then consider joining the squadron by subscribing to the channel. It does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. As for that, Squaddies, I have been D. The meta in this game has suddenly taken a humongous shift. That's not a bad thing, though. Until next time, good night, and good gaming.